Shanghai Cooperation Organization's peace mission exercise being conducted in Russia's Shebukel has concluded. Member nations China, Russia, India, Pakistan, Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan participated. The Indian Army took part in difficult heli-borne operations on the concluding day. Take a look at this detailed report.
From a height of 6,000 feet, Indian para-commandos undertake the most difficult free-fall jump from a military aircraft at Shebukel in Russia. The para-commandos brave the bad weather as they take the plunge, their only aim to plug an enemy escape route. The Indian contingent was part of a joint counter-terror exercise held for members of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. A strong 200-member Indian team showcased Indian military might and expertise during the 6-day drill. This drill also saw India and Pakistan joining hands for the first time after they became full members of the SCO in July last year. While most of India's intelligence gathering machinery works on tracking terrorists supported by the Pakistani military, analysts believe this exercise would provide both countries a rare opportunity to enhance military exchanges and gain trust. So what does New Delhi gain from membership of this grouping? Analysts believe the SCO could act as a geopolitical counterweight to NATO. India's participation gives it a greater say in shaping anti-terror policies. India is also expected to get greater access to major gas and oil exploration projects in Central Asia, helping it tackle its growing energy needs. The SCO is a China-dominated grouping, but experts believe India could work towards limiting Beijing's overarching influence. After all, India is the only SCO member that is opposed to China's Belt and Road project. Prime Minister Narendra Modi was the first Indian PM to have visited all Central Asian countries in 2015. The SCO membership is seen as a culmination of his efforts to get India greater access to this region. Bureau Report, WION.
China is planning to eliminate its child limitation policy for families in an attempt to reverse its 4-decade-old mandate. China is expected to enact the new independent fertility policy that will allow couples to have as many children as they want. In a report published in a state-run newspaper, the draft civil code would end a policy that for long has been enforced through fines, but also notorious for forced abortion and sterilization drives in the world's most populous country. The Communist Party initially began enforcing a one-child policy in 1979 to slow down population growth. That limit was then raised to 2 children in 2016. While the nation struggled to rejuvenate its graying population of some 1.4 billion, the policy will be discussed by the Standing Committee of the National People's Congress this week. It is all set to be implemented by the year 2020. Now, this was done amid concerns over aging and shrinking force in the country and how that will affect the economic growth of the country. In addition to this, gender imbalances could lead to social problems. As many as 106 Chinese men for every 100 women. Under the one-child restrictions, those with multiple children were heavily fined. Some women were forced to undergo abortions, while others were subjected to forced sterilizations. Exemptions were given to ethnic minorities like Uyghurs and Tibetans and those living in rural areas if their first child was a girl. Speculation about a change grew this month after a government-issued postage stamp for the Year of the Pig in 2019 showed 3 piglets on that stamp. But statistics have shown that despite relaxation of the policy, birth in China fell by 3.5% to 17.2 million last year, as compared to 17.9 million in the year 2016. Other proposed changes in the draft bill also include a 1-month cooling-off period before a divorce, during which either party can withdraw their application. And the world of robotics is advancing by leaps and bounds. We've already seen robots taking over as chefs, entertainers and caregivers, but now they are all ready to take up another role, that of teachers. Here's more on that.
Robots are replacing humans in factories, kitchens, and even hospitals. And not just that, they also deliver groceries and provide companionship to the elderly. Now, robotics is taking the next step forward. Welcome the robot teacher. Yes, you heard that right. Robots in China have started invading kindergartens. Meet Kiko, a roundish robot educator. It measures under 2 feet in height and has a screen in place of a face. In fact, it looks adorable. But what exactly does it do? It tells stories and challenges children with logical problems. The armless robot zips around on tiny wheels, and its inbuilt cameras double up as navigational sensors. This educational robot is a hit in several kindergartens in China. Kiko robots are already serving in over 600 kindergartens across China, and its makers are hoping to expand into Greater China and Southeast Asia. Well, it doesn't end here. Robots have a lot more to offer. Bureau Report, WION.